Hello everyone, today we'll be making hot and crispy onion samosa. So for the recipe, first we'll start making the dough. To make the dough, first we'll take a big bowl. In that we'll be adding half a cup of wheat flour, and with the same cup you have to add 1.5 cup of maida, that is all-purpose flour. So ensure that you use the same cup for the measurement. So here it's about 2 cups full of flour. And now to this mixture you'll be adding a little bit of salt to taste. And then add hot oil to this mixture. Yes guys, as you can see, the oil should really be very hot. Then quickly give a stir, and then we can start kneading it into a dough. Adding the hot oil will make our batter really smooth, and here I'll be adding water little by little and then make a nice dough out of it. The dough should be similar to a chapati dough. It shouldn't be too stiff. So here you can see the consistency. So it took me about half a cup of water to make this dough. It should be smooth enough. And then we'll keep this dough aside for about 10 minutes. And now starting the process for the mixture. So here I have took the bitten rice. This is also called as chivada or atukulu. So we'll crush this bitten rice and then we'll add finely chopped onion to this. So the main purpose of adding the bitten rice is to absorb the excess water that will come out of onions. As a result of this mixture will become really dry and it will be good to stuff into samosas. After adding the finely chopped onions, we'll start seasoning this mixture. So starting with red chili powder. You can also add finely chopped green chilies. And then about a pinch of turmeric powder. Followed by some garam masala powder. And then a little bit of amchur powder to give a nice tangy flavor to this, and salt as per taste. You can also add coriander powder because the coriander powder will give a very nice aroma to our samosas, and also it's good for digestion. Then nicely mix this mixture so that everything mixes really well. You don't have to add any excess water or oil because the onion will have enough water to bind the entire mixture. So you can crush the bitten rice like this so that this mixture is good enough to stuff into samosas. And now I have added finely chopped coriander and I'll keep this aside for 10 minutes. Now we'll start making balls out of the dough into very thin chapatis. So you can see that I'm making these chapatis really thin and transparent. You can also use some dry flour so that it doesn't stick to the bottom. Make these sheets really thin because we have to make sure that the mixture inside the samosas are also nicely cooked, so the sheets shouldn't be thick. You can also store these sheets so that you can make samosas anytime in the future. You get ready-made sheet as well, but it's good if you prepare them at home. So you can see that the sheets are so transparent that you can see the bottom lines. So in the same way, you have to make a couple of sheets, as many samosas you want, so it is nice and thin, and you can take a scale and then cut with a cutter into rectangular shapes. So this is how the sheets will look. Now take a pan, and we have to dry roast these sheets. In this way, the sheets will almost get cooked. You don't have to apply any oil, you just have to dry roast them. Turn them to both the sides and nicely roast them till you can see some bubbles coming out of them. When they become slightly stiff, now is the time to make our samosas. So here you can see that the samosas have changed their color. Now you have to twist them into a cone so that you can stuff your filling and make the samosas. So here is the point where you have to hold it and then fold it in the shape of a cone. Make sure there is no hole, and then you can start stuffing your mixture. So for one samosa, about 1 big tablespoonful of mixture should be enough. And then to stick this, here is one glue texture that I have prepared out of maida and water. So you can apply this to the rest of the part and make sure that the samosas are nicely intact so that the mixture doesn't come out. So this comes definitely out of experience. So here are our beautiful triangular shaped samosas ready. Now take a pan, put some oil and nicely heat it. So here I have all my samosas ready, and I also have few green chilies which will add that hot taste, so I'm going to fry them as well. So once the oil is hot enough, make sure it is in medium, and then you can start frying your samosas one after the another. So here you can see I'm using a thick kadai, because with this the fire and the heat will spread evenly and the samosas will fry real nice and crisp. So you have to do this process in medium flame because the mixture inside the samosa should also cooked. So you can see that the samosas have started changing their color. They completely look similar to the ones that we get outside near chaat bhandars and our canteens. They are really hot and really crispy. Now take another plate and spread a tissue paper or a paper towel so that we can remove the excess oil. So when the samosas are nice and crispy, you can take them out of oil. In the same way, you can repeat the process for the rest of the samosas and complete all your samosas. Make sure you do this process in batch by batch because you don't have to put so many samosas in the oil that they don't get enough space to get fried. So they should be evenly fried. So here I am continuing the same process for the rest of the samosas as well. At the end you can also fry the green chilies and have a bite along with your crispy samosas. And here they are. Do try it and grab a bite.